Hello. So, the classic, the latest Roblox event to grace our screens once more. Is it better than the hunt? Well, yes, but actually, no! We will start with the positives and devolve from there. First off, the new hub, which is very good and I like it a lot. It actually addresses one of my main complaints with the hunt event, which, you know, nothing to do in the hub. This time there's actually a lot to do in the hub, along with ticks and tokens to earn in order to get more items and all that, along with just being able to explore this classic realm and do funny things like ride a minecart, blow stuff up with a rocket launcher, or walk the dog. Honestly, the best part of this classic event, because everything else goes way more downhill from here. Rewards, let's go over rewards. There are 4 main ones to strive for, which you can get by collecting tokens in the actual games and the hub. Meanwhile, ticks you collect is used for buying some funny items you can use in the hub. These tokens and ticks will apparently be used for more items possibly in the future, so it's best to collect a bunch of them, if you can of course. For I can tell, the grind isn't as bad as the hunt was. There's not 95 games to progress through in order to get all the items. However, there's still a very small amount of event rewards once again, even less than the hunt this time, unless you're considering the free extra items you can get from devs, game devs, and YouTube stars, which you can all get from their launches. These are all pretty neat, I'm not gonna lie, but unless people are actively striving for them, a lot of people aren't really gonna be able to get these. So, at max, the average person will only get 4 rewards this time. That's even less than the hunt, which had 5 and 6. Well, right now, at the time of recording this, there might be an extra event that might give out an extra reward, but who knows? So that's the hub and the rewards covered. But now the most important bit, the games. What do I think of the games? Oh god! The classic event, because when you think of classic, you think of gun violence, TikTok, and skippity toilet. What about these games spoke classical to Roblox? None of these are classic. All the games in this event are literally not classical at all. None of these are classic Roblox games. They're just like the most popular games on the platform right now. Granted, there are less games than the hunt this time, making for way more streamlined and simpler experience instead of having to go to 95 different experiences in order to try and get all their badges and all that. But instead, they decided to make these games way more grindy and way more difficult in order to make up for the lack of games. Of course, there's still some good experiences hidden within, but again, there's still a whole lot of bad. Due to the fact that there's a lot less games this time around, I'm instead going to do a top 5 of both the best games of this event and also the worst. So, shall we get started? Actually, before I continue, let me quickly go over the 5 games that I don't think fit into either or category. They're just kind of in the middle or whatever. Starting with Dragon Adventures. I'm gonna be honest, this probably should be in one of the top 5 worst, but there are 5 other games I think are worse than it. At least in this one, you're actually like flying around an open world, despite how laggy it is and all that. You just have to collect a bunch of eggs and that's it, but sure, whatever. It's a little bit better than just some of the other top 5 worst ones I had to go through, so Toilet Tower Defense. It's not that bad, honestly. It's just a really not very good tower defense game. And the fact that you kind of have to grind for towers yourself, you at least get a very OP one, which is kind of funny to watch. A classic Cameraman. We can use this to defeat the French. Clip it. It's kind of boring. You just wander around in classic Roblox locations in order to look for ticks and all that. However, most of the ticks are located here. In these weird looking dark maps, along with most of the characters you have to look for as well, which you then have to record a quick clip of and then post online or whatever. Other than that, it's fine. You can get it done pretty quickly, but it's not a good event really. At the very least, it allowed me to make this.
Own your friends. Be anything, build anything.
Bed Wars, I might be slightly biased because I beat it in 2 tries compared to one of my friends who took 5 hours to try and attempt to beat it. But it's fine. It's very hard though, which is probably why a lot of people don't like it. A bunch of penguins come in to storm against your bed, and it gets very, very rough. You'll probably lose if you get into a lobby with a bunch of people that don't know what they're doing, which is very likely. At the very least, it's a higher quality quest compared to some of the other slop I had to slop through. And lastly, Gunfight Arena. It was so close to being among the good games, but its final part 2 of the quest is what killed it for me. Firstly, you simply find 10 ticks scattered around the classic maps. Okay, that's kind of fun. But then you have to get these items, which you get from collecting the ticks, and then kill a bunch of people with them, with the rocket launcher taking over 100 people to kill. At the very least, the gameplay is kind of fun. It's just having to kill so many people with these weapons is just kind of bleh. The best part about it was finding an exploit where I could just keep killing myself with the explosive weapons, which also counted towards the total, so I just did that a bunch of times until I beat it. Alrighty, with those out of the way, let's get into the good stuff, shall we? Top 5 best. Dressed to impress. Despite what the title may suggest, I was pleasantly surprised with this one. First, you have to find a bunch of ticks scattered around the map, again, in the lobby and inside the dressing area itself. They were kind of easy to find, there was just one that was just hidden in an invisible wall, because of course. However, after that, you then unlock a portal which takes you to a very fun obby. It's a very simple obby, but it's an obby nonetheless. It's actually pretty nice to go through. You can also find the tokens along the way. It's just fun. I don't know what to say. It's just a fun little obby. Overall, not bad dressed to impress. I may not be the targeted demographic, but at least you know how to make a decent event. Top 5 worst. Adopt Me. The event for Adopt Me was simple. You just had to play Adopt Me. Dear God, this is the scariest event yet. Look for ticks around the map and buildings and all that, and then you gotta slowly raise the stupid teapot pet, and it takes forever. Not fun. Bad event. Top 4 best. Arsenal. I honestly didn't like this one at first, but that was mainly because I have a skill issue with Arsenal. This one isn't actually that bad, honestly. Blast your way through a mini campaign level featuring all sorts of classic Roblox stuff. Although it was slightly infuriating and some of the ticks locations were kinda bad, I honestly had a pretty good time with this one. I can expect the high quality of it. It's probably among the highest quality events in this entire event, so good job Arsenal devs, great job, yes, glad. Top 4 worst. Livetopia. Is this what being a delivery driver is like? I feel sorry for you people. It's not bad to begin with. You collect stuff in a store and then you gotta just simply deliver it to a person somewhere on the map. But then you have to repeat that 15 times in a row. 15 times of just doing the same thing again and again. Great job on getting into a worst list twice, Livetopia. I'm really proud of ya.
Complete 3. The house is classic!
Top 3 best. Bee Swarm Simulator. Don't question why my hive looks like this. I used to play this game a bit, okay? This one is pretty fun. You step up to a portal which takes you to Retro Storm Challenge. Defense the Hives. V1.2 fixed. Claim hive, the monsters will spawn soon. If 10 of them reach the hives, you will lose! Use your bricks to unlock bees. Also, maybe a sword is pretty good, but not OP. Get more bricks from beaten monsters and buy them with honey and from Blick Blooms. W-EU will figure it out. If you got no bees cause you're a noob, you can unlock rental bees. Level up rental bees with bricks so they are better and hit higher level monsters. Round 1 is starting now. It's a simple defend the hives from a horde of enemies, mostly slimes and zombies. Again, it's kind of reliance on your teammates, but at the very least, this isn't as back-breakingly hard as Bed Wars is, so it's pretty darn good, and it fits the theming of the classic event very well. I like it. Top 3 worst. Restaurant Tycoon 2. Your goal here is to serve 150 classic customers. How do you serve classic customers? Well, they come to your restaurant at random. So, you then have to wait for them to appear, they may spawn into your restaurant, and then you can serve them with your food and all that, and then they'll leave happy and then you'll get money. This is a very slow process though.
no, your latest video was more scarier. What the hell was that? Oh, you're recording.
And it's all reliant on random RNG whenever you can actually get a classic person to come to your restaurant or not. To counteract this, I made my restaurant look like this.
Oh my goodness!
Welcome to Among Us in real life, where you will sit in the cold and wait and starve. Yeah, the main way to finish this event quickly is to spam a bunch of tables everywhere in order to maximize the amount of customers you can get into your restaurant, thus increasing the chance of a classic customer coming into your restaurant, and then you can serve them, and then you get some points and all that. Overall, it's very slow, boring, and time-consuming. My favorite! Top 2 best, a dusty trip. This one is very fun. As the name suggests, you go on a dusty trip where you have to travel 10,000 meters in order to get to the end and get all your badges and all that. Along the way, you also have to find ticks scattered around in certain areas. There's also a VIP door here where you can get a funny little gun if you have a VIP t-shirt on, which is kind of funny. If you do this with a friend, you'll probably have a much better time as you'll be able to share the fun and adventure of a road trip with your friends and... What? So while recording footage for this video, we managed to encounter a hacker which had speed hacks and jump hacks, which was just running through the entire event.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as boy.
Don't worry guys, he's one of the good hackers. He helped refuel our car once. That's definitely very nice of him. How lovely. Top 2 worst, Blade Ball. Is this like one of the most popular games on Roblox? Why is the event so awful? The game has a cool boss fight, I guess. This is the only compliment I'm giving it. Okay, so the main goal of this event is to complete simple objectives that you see in the sidebar, right here. It's just playing games, blocking the ball, finding all 10 ticks, actually get the map you need in order to get a ticks or not, and then you actually have to try and find it, some which require you to actually have an ability to get, such as this one which is just on top of a tree. The worst part is that as you progress, the quests get even more grindy and obnoxious. This isn't helped by the fact that some of the players that play this game are sweaty as hell. I just didn't have fun, comboed with the fact that I'm just not good at Blade Ball, honestly. Most of the quests rely on RNG or just finding terrible players to fight against so you can complete some of these objectives because some of the sweat lords just keep winning. Overall, bad event. Do better next time, Blade Ball, I swear to God.
The best of the best. Tower Defense Simulator.
This questline is pretty fun. You go across 5 different levels. Simple enough. Not grindy at all. You just have to beat 5 different levels of tower defense fun. 5 ticks are hidden in the lobby, 5 ticks are hidden on the maps, which are pretty easy to find. Your main objectives is simply to just beat the levels. You will automatically be given towers that you don't own, so you can beat these levels. There's a little storyline. There's many humor and jokes outside of the classic hub itself. This game is very much the easy winner of my favorite game of this entire event. What about my worst? Have you already figured it out? You probably have, because I haven't talked about it yet. My least favorite game of this entire event, Driving Empire! Yay! Yay! I thought this was decently high quality to begin with. You get to go to a classic Roblox area, where you can race around in this classic Roblox area, and that's it. However, the main gripe of this event is the way you earn points. Oh my god. Okay, so I played around the beginning of the event, like the second day in. This was when the game was still not enough to have an increase in points. So, whenever you beat a solo race against Builderman, you would earn only 8 points. Guess how many points that you basically need in order to collect all the tokens in order to beat this part of the event? 500! This meant, in order to beat the event, if I was doing this solo, which I kinda was because no one else would do multiplayer races for some reason, I would have to go around the same damn lap of the same damn island 63 times. The developers clearly wanted to waste your time and your Robux so they could make a quick buck. Sure, they nerfed it, but that didn't stop me from grinding for like 2 hours up to 200 points earlier. You could have also done deliveries about that, but they only give 2 points. An absolutely garbage event that's so slow and boring. My least favorite of this event by far. Side tangent. There was also the boss fight in the lobby. You needed to find numbers around the lobby in order to unlock the boss gate or whatever. And then you did it, and then that was it. You got nothing from the boss. You just killed 1x, 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 1x. And that was it. You get nothing, it's just the credits. Overall, this event was a mess, man. It had so many good things, but everything else was like really bad. It's just the games, really. If there's one improvement that needs to be made, it's the game selection and the game quality. Like, stop going for the most popular things. Give like smaller games a chance. I don't know, but like, actually give them decent time to make a decent event instead of just grinding for like 20 hours. That's literally my only complaint. The games themselves. The hub was good, the amount of games was good, just the games themselves and the quality. So inconsistent. Do better next time, please. Anyways, best part of the event was Creekcraft getting banned 1 minute before the boss fight. Thank you for watching.
Excuse my language, but what a dumb...